start and thank President Erdogan and Secretary General Rutte for this, President for his amazing hospitality, Secretary General for organizing this meeting. It takes place at a context where the threats that we face are changing rapidly, both in terms of the nature of warfare, hybrid warfare, hypersonic missiles, autonomous warfare, and also the direct threats that we face in terms of hybrid warfare. Russia is a direct adversary. Burdens are shifting. Burdens are shifting away from the United States towards Canada, towards Europe. You see a big, I'll speak for Canada, a big increase in our defense spending. It was only before I became Prime Minister 18 months ago, we were spending 1.5% of GDP on defense. It's now going to be 4% in the next 2 years. That gives an order of magnitude. We just completed our largest defense procurement with submarines, announced it 2 days ago. So the burdens are shifting, capacities are building. Capacities are building, and one thing I'd emphasize, and then I'll take one or two questions, is that those capacities are building on a regional basis. So if you're Canada, focus obviously on North American security and the crescent that runs through the Arctic down into the Baltics, and we will be announcing today the extension of our Operation Reassurance in Latvia. That's the type of approach of a modern NATO. That's the approach that meets the new threats that we face.
Despite your best efforts, despite your interesting relationship with the US President, can we say that? He doesn't want to be here. He said as much. He said he would only be here on the basis of that. He wanted to be here with Mr. Erdogan as well. Do you think actually the US is pulling out of NATO or wants to pull out of NATO quicker than we can fill in the gaps?
The first thing, I spoke at length with President Trump on Sunday prior to coming here. The president wants to see that shift in burden. I would remind that President Obama wanted to see that shift in burden, and it's appropriate that there is that shift. It's happening. That momentum is picking up, and it will proceed. And the president's here. He's in a good mood, and we're looking forward to discussing it. I'll take one last question then.
US attack on Iran, and why don't you fear that this will overshadow this summit?
Well, the first is I would observe that, in effect, a period of extreme de-escalation, shall I put it, had been put in place for the funeral. Iran had been acting irresponsibly, attacking Saudi and Qatari targets particularly. There has been a response as appropriate. We look to de-escalation of the hostilities, but it underscores the scale of the threats and the enduring threats the alliance faces. So thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.